Hi guys, I am Chris Chu and a very warm welcome back to chrischu.com. This morning I took part in the Income Eco Run.
The event took place at the Marina Barrage, and with the 5:30 a.m. flag-off time, it was an extremely early morning for me. I was still feeling pretty sleepy.
So the Income Eco Run is Singapore's premier eco-friendly run. So by eco-friendly, it means that everything is green, so they make do away with things such as finisher t-shirts and finisher medals, and all runners are encouraged to bring their own cups as well as reduce waste such as returning the safety pins. Our race blips are also made 65% smaller than the standard race blip in a bid to reduce waste. So the Income Eco Run comprises of 5K, 10K, 15K and a 21-kilometer half marathon. So I took part in the half marathon, which flagged off at 5:30 a.m. in the morning. So I was at the event site at about 5 a.m. at the Marina Barrage in Singapore.
When I reached the start area at the top of the Marina Barrage, I could feel immediately that this year's event was a much bigger event than previous years. This year saw an unprecedented number of 5,000 runners taking part in the event, which is close to double of last year's event.
So in terms of the race, this being Singapore, the weather was very humid.
Let's run it! Slow it down! You can slow it down as you start up your run.
The race was officially flagged off a few minutes after 5:30 a.m. because they needed to make sure that the coast and the roads were clear in order for us to start running. I was near the front of the start pen, so I started my run quite soon after the race officially flagged off. So it was a pretty scenic and flat route around the central area of Singapore, and we passed sites such as the Gardens by the Bay, the Singapore Sports Hub and Gardens by the Bay East. It was flat and the terrain was pavement all the way, but unfortunately because of the early start hour, the route was pretty dark, so I did not really get to see much. Wow, I saw Spider-Man, so let me go up and have a short chat to him in a little bit. Now we know what Spider-Man does when he is not slinging webs and saving the world.
Hi! Keep going. Let's go!
This is one of the U-turn out and backs along the route, and I see the beautiful illuminated Singapore flyer in the distance. It is quite scenic, and because of the out and backs, it is a nice way to catch up with my running friends and also see where the 2-hour paces are in comparison to my own run. We are now running through the Singapore Sports Hub, which is the site for many premier sporting activities in Singapore, such as the recent HSBC Rugby Sevens and the upcoming World Cup qualifier between Singapore and South Korea. And as the night eventually breaks into day, we are heading down the Marina Promontory, which is quite beautiful, I must say, and the views are pretty amazing. As you can see, this is among the latter stages of the running route. We are roughly about 15 to 16 kilometers in, and these are probably the most scenic points of the route. So I am loving the view of the Singapore Flyer, and now there is a slight uphill that we have to climb. Well, this one is still not too bad as it is quite gradual and quite short, so I am okay with it. This is a route that I enjoy running regularly as it is quite easy to get to from East Coast Park near where I stay. I have just passed the 16-kilometer marker. I tell myself there is just one more park run to go after this. We have to climb up a bridge in the last couple of kilometers of the race, and I am seeing people walking. I slow down my pace slightly, but I am still able to maintain a slow jog. And oh my god, what do I see? The doggos are extremely cute, man. I am so tempted to stop and pet them. Oh my god. But I have to keep running if I want to go under 2 hours. This point at the promontory at Marina Bay marks the last U-turn point of the race before we head all the way back to the Marina Barrage to finish. By this point, I am actually looking forward to finishing the run, and I am so close. As I am finishing the last few hundred meters of the race, I am grateful to my friend Yi Heng who has finished already, but he has come back and decided to give me a final push to pick up the pace and cross the finish line. In the last 800 meters, I managed to pick up to 5:05 pace thanks to his help.
Overall, I would say it was a pretty decent race. All the essentials were taken care of, and I finished in a timing of about 1 hour and 56 minutes, which is under 2 hours, and in humid Singapore, so I will take it.
My Garmin measured 20.8 kilometers at the finish. I am so thirsty and exhausted when I finish that I am super grateful for the ice cold 100 plus at the finish line.
After the race, there is a carnival with a theme of green and eco-friendly.
The separate bins for the recycling of various types of waste were pretty informative, and at the water station post-race, they encouraged us to refill using our own cups or bottles rather than taking their cups. I thought that this exhibit was pretty informative about the emission of greenhouse gases and how these will impact the environment. So I was pretty educated by this, and it really opens up my eyes on how we can save the environment and reduce our carbon footprint. So apart from educating us, the Income Eco Run also fed us, and there were quite a number of exhibits that were selling food items ranging from Jollibee pancakes to granola, ice cream, and kaya buns for breakfast. It was really good to see so many familiar faces at the Income Eco Run as well. Half the running population in Singapore had probably taken part in this run, and I am always happy to see familiar faces out on the running route and after a race. This is what I always love about big Singapore races.
I will say the Income Eco Run was a pretty fun experience, highlighting eco-friendly and green. because global warming is prevalent in today's world and it really is hotter today compared to 10 years ago. I really hope to see every Singaporean doing their small bit in reducing, reusing and recycling, and try to protect the environment as best as we can by choosing eco and green products. I really hope everybody can pledge to play their small part, no matter how small it is. Together we can reduce global warming and make the world a nicer and more friendly place to live.
After leaving the Income Eco Run race site, it is time to head off to Bayfront for breakfast and to catch the MRT home. Quite a lot of people are walking in this direction as well, so I am in pretty good company.
Thank you so much for watching. This is Chris Chu from chrischu.com. If you enjoyed what you saw, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to chrischu.com. Yay! Thank you. Bye.